Malaysia's Federal Land Development Authority, or Felda, has evolved steadily over the past 50 years. But Felda's success did not occur overnight, but in stages over the years through trials and errors and the dedication and compassion of one man. Tun Abdul Razak, the then second Prime Minister and Minister of National and Rural Development, played an important role as it was his dream to eradicate poverty and to develop the virgin forest into a productive agricultural land for commercial crop cultivation.
Saya yakin Felda akan menjadi satu perbendaharaan yang sangat bermakna bukan sahaja kepada orang-orang Melayu dalam negara ini, tapi ia akan menjadi contoh teladan bagi seluruh kaum dalam negara ini, iaitu sebuah negara yang dahulunya mundur dijajah tapi telah bertukar menjadi satu negara yang telah dikenal sebagai negara yang dapat membuktikan pencapaian dan kemajuan dalam masa yang pendek.
In 1955, Malaysia's economy relied heavily on the contribution from the agricultural industry, an industry so divided that there was a huge gap in the national income level between the urban private sector of European-owned companies and the rural sector, consisted of cluttered villages that grew crops mainly for daily consumption. Hence, the Land Development Ordinance 1956 was initiated for a planned, coordinated and controlled land development regulated by a singular body, Felda. A milestone in the history of land development and settlement in Malaysia, Felda was first established as a funding agency before it garnered complete control in 1960. Through the Group Settlement Act, Felda was given full responsibility to develop new lands and to take over all existing group settlement schemes in the country, with new lands provided by state government and to be fully financed by the federal government. To ensure guaranteed success of its fully controlled schemes, matters taken into consideration were selecting sites for development, the size of its new schemes and population, and the field cultural practices planned for the site. Once the site has been selected, Felda began its work in resettling rural poor population into its scheme. Selection process was carried out following strict criteria such as the selected people must be of age, married preferably with children, of impoverished landless people, physically fit to endure strenuous labor and have basic skills in carpentry and plantation works. Once qualified, an agreement was drawn between Felda and the settlers to ensure both parties play their roles throughout the resettlement program. In the agreement, it was stated that Felda will provide 0.1 hectare for residential lot and 4.0 hectare of land for small holdings to each settler, including all necessities and amenities, and continuous financial aids when needed, while the settlers should work on their plot and small holdings and to repay all loans given to them at a designated time frame. It was also agreed that all costs of development and setting up of basic infrastructure in the schemes will be borne by Felda, while the settlers should only bear the cost of developing their residential plot and small holdings, including water and electricity usage. By the new millennium, there are over 2 million settlers residing in its 480 schemes, occupying more than 42,000 hectares out of approximately 853,000 hectares of lands under Felda. As the country experienced a significant growth from agricultural-based economy to manufacturing and IT-based industry, Felda began making drastic changes for its settlers and its organization, particularly the development of its schemes and the settlers within. From the very beginning, Felda opens its schemes based on unique town planning models, each designed to upgrade its settlers as planned farming communities who are adaptable to the change of time. Allocating 5% of the scheme for core village area, each scheme is fitted with basic infrastructure and amenities to provide a better living environment while still maximizes the use of its lands. Working together with various government bodies enables Felda to provide basic infrastructure and amenities in its schemes. Felda office was also set up for easier management. Injecting elements of modernity and urbanism into the Felda landscapes, a self-integrated township called Felda Jaya was inaugurated as an attraction tool for external capitals from both upstream and downstream activities into Felda, bringing job opportunities closer to the settlers, especially in the business enterprises. As resettlement brought together settlers of different backgrounds, the Settler Development Division was established in 1967 to create awareness and promote social responsibility among the people of their new social and cultural environment. Scheme Development Council, JKKR, was established as a communication channel between the settlers and the authorities, moulding leadership among the people and also to help Felda in making the right changes accordingly for the people. In time, Felda settlers began to gain confidence in their investments, taking charge of improving their lives for the betterment of the coming generation. Another objective set by Felda is to transform its settlers into a modern rural sector with an income well above the national poverty line. This is evident in many of Felda's settlers who have become landowners of their own rights after paying in full the Ownership Property Payment (BMH) and the Consolidated Annually Charges (CAC). Through the settlers' enhanced mindsets combined with modern technology and continuous support from Felda, settlers are no longer relying on long working hours in the fields, but earning directly from their production harvested in their small holdings. Felda's mills and refineries were set up near its schemes, enabling settlers to sell their field production and to eliminate the involvement of middlemen. From the quantity sold to its mills, Felda will calculate and multiply it with the latest market price to generate gross income. The settlers will receive a clean-cut income once the monthly loan installment has been deducted.
Ada satu pengurus, Encik 9. Dan di bawah saya tu ada 3 unit lah. 1 unit community, takbiran dengan pelarangan.
Jadi kalau takbiran tu tak ada kena pelan?
Ada. Dulu, pada awalnya dulu selepas ada semula tu ada. Kemudian sebab ada konflik sikit, Felda bukan ada.
Boleh lah.
Jadi macam JKK ni kan, dia di bawah mana tak dia? Pengurusan tak dia, ataupun 3-3 orang.
JKT dia satu badan yang ditubuhkan dalam rancangan, badan lain kan?
Badan lain.
Tapi di bawah pengurusan Felda.
Okey, macamnya pengurusan kampung tu.
Macam JKT
semua kali ni untuk kawasan ni Felda pegang. Bekerjasama dengan Felda. Itu saya nak tanya, ada tak masalah pengurusan dalam organisasi Felda? Macam kerendahan birokrasi ke apa ni? Biasa.
Sebab kita di peraturan Felda ni kita berdepan dengan human management. Satu, kita pelarangan ladang dimiliki oleh penokor. Jadi expectation daripada penokor tu 100% lah. 100% perfect. Itu antara masalah-masalah yang timbul.
tu ada tak masalah macam orang kampung dia macam dia tak puas hati ke apa?
Itu bukan banyak. Ada segelintir.
Ada segelintir.
Nak kata tak ada masalah. Kita
memang ada lah.
Kena ada. Mesti ada. Dia pun tahu lah.
Kat sini ada tak macam orang buat kerja?
Ya?
Buat kerja buat sendiri.
Ada lah. Tapi kita buat sendiri dah bagi dia buat sendiri betul lah kan. Tapi itulah. Peratus untuk berjaya tu tipis lah.
Kita macam dia keluar tu memang peratus dia punya atas diri sendiri je. Tak ada bantuan apa dah.
Sebab kita masih lagi, sebab Felda tu masih bawah badan berkanun. So apa-apa prosedur apa semua kita kena ikut SOP dia. Menu apa keliling apa semua kan.
Untuk bawah komuniti ni ada tak aktiviti yang saja buat?
Program lah. Program tahunan, program bulanan.
Program tahunan tu macam apa program?
Program tahunan macam Mak Aizra.
Kira ada. Tahunan Aizra, gotong royong semua.
Gotong royong perdana.
Kalau macam sambutan merdeka tu sekali lah ke macam
bukan ditetapkan di rancangan tertentu lah. Mungkin akan ubah
kawasan
lain. Tapi dalam kalender untuk tahunan tu memang ada lah.
Macam komuniti ni ada ke bantuan-bantuan macam contoh kalau bersepeda kita biasa dengar macam
kalau daripada segi untuk peneraka tu memang kita ada macam kami sekarang ni tanah semula masih tanah semula. Satu peringkat ada berhasil, dua peringkat tanah semula. Jadi yang berhasil tu dia kebergantungan kepada hasil. Yang tanah semula tu Felda akan bagi pendahuluan cara hidup.
Okey,
maksudnya cara hidup tu maknanya Felda dahulukan.